together and looking at my compadres here. I see that everybody's here, so we don't need a roll call because we have enough people. The minutes, need a motion for the minutes to be approved. So moved. All right. No objection. Placed on file. We don't have, well, I don't know if we have a public, there's no public comments listed right now, although we're going to deal with the streetlight issue. There's no old business, so we'll go on to new business. The new business is a letter that we received from David Gentry, who I've known of for a long time, and talked to briefly before the meeting. And he's requesting a street light at a T intersection within the subdivision. And I explained to him that policy has always been, as far as I know, that we put those lights at the beginning of an intersection into a subdivision. But if we allowed this kind of one, we literally would open up a situation of putting a street light on every corner. And that's a very expensive situation. It costs about $350 to get it put up, and another $10 or $20 a month per light. And that's therefore, David, that's why we haven't in the past looked at it. And it's unlikely that we're going to go further with it than that. I guess the neighbors could themselves put together some money and put the light up and get Ameren to put it up, and that'd be helpful, but it's too much of an potential expense for the community as a whole to do that on every corner. So I was going to table it, but I'm just going to suggest that we pass on it.
Ben, I live in Villa Marie, and we have a light kind of in my backyard. I'm near a corner, and there's 4 of us that share the cost on it.
Well, that's a good suggestion.
Well, and my neighbor put a light up that shined into my living room and didn't talk to me about it, and I'm upset about it. You know, so there's different scenarios that play out here.
You can call Ameren, and they will put a thing on the other side that you're to.
It still goes in my window. I did.
Whatever.
Well, anyway, Mr. Gentry, that's our explanation. Thank you, sir. Going on, let's see. There's no reason for an executive session, and there's no reason to go further. So I think somebody's moved to adjourn, and I agree. So move.
You can't adjourn your own meeting.
Okay. I'd beg for an adjournment motion. Jeff moved the motion. Okay. Any objection? No objection. We're adjourned.
Okay. Finance Committee. We have a quorum, is that true?
Yes, ma'am. All are present.
No presentations this evening. Approval of the minutes from the last meeting, August 30th, 2022. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any objections? They'll be put on file then. Public comments tonight. Okay, we'll move on down to Public Works Department. First one, excuse my voice this evening. Consideration and approval of the repair of the 2007 Freightliner for a total of $13,632.19 to Truck Centers of Troy, Illinois.
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Next one is consideration and approval of the repair of a 2015 International truck in the amount of $10,749.23 to the Rush Truck Center of St. Peters, Missouri.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. We'll move on to Park and Rec now, and I think I saw Chris come in. Consideration and approval of the Glazebrook Park Expansion Project, change order number 8 for a decrease, guys, of $18,884.30.
So moved.
Second.
Although, any discussion?
Never heard of that.
That's a new word.
It's in big letters.
Maybe we paid too much to start off with.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Next is consideration and approval of the playground equipment, mulch, and installation from Game Time Company, Cunningham Recreation, Charlottesville, North Carolina, in the amount of $49,929.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Are they still installing it, or are we installing it?
No, sir, they'll be installing it, so our guys won't have to do it.
So they've gone from the 15 to the 5,000?
Yeah, so as I mentioned to you on the phone, they ran the price up, so I thought we'd look at some other options, and I think what I've been able to come up with is better for everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, did we vote on that? Yeah, clerk, not yet. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Next is the Village Engineering Department. Consideration and approval to direct the village attorney to vacate the right-of-way of North Paris Drive and approve the proposals from RSM of Godfrey, Illinois, and Community Title and Escrow of Alton, Illinois, to perform the work of the vacation after payment is received from the homeowner.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Next, under Village Engineering, is consideration and approval of the proposal from Traffic Control Company of Valley Park, Missouri, to perform the striping of Ingram Lane for not to exceed the amount of $20,000.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
When's Donaldson going to do that? Okay, thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Economic Development Department. Consideration and approval of the Commercial Property Enhancement Grant for scooters at 5330 Godfrey Road in the amount of $20,000.
So moved.
Second. Question.
Discussion.
Yeah, looking over this, so is this for the landscaping of the scooter? I mean,
No, ma'am. This, just as I said in my memo to the trustees, we've already given them $10,000 to tear down the house. And then to build the new scooters, that comes in just in the neighborhood of $600,000. And we're going to support the project by 20. But there's no landscaping. It's just
no,
just a grant.
I thought these enhancement grants were for existing businesses. I mean, I was confused by the, I could be wrong, but
Well-
I thought this was for existing businesses because we've got those site preparation grants for businesses that are coming in. And so when I was reading this, I was very confused, and I even looked at, thank you for attaching, the grant requirements. But I didn't see where there was the cost of construction. It was like regular repairs.
That confusion could have been my fault. I have them fill out an application because I feel they got to fill out something, and that's what I have. But basically,
So we're just kind of winging this and making this for new construction now.
Originally, when we set up the business district, it was set up to help incoming businesses and also help existing businesses. And we've generated a pot of money to help encourage people to come to the village of Godfrey.
would it have helped if I would have just not called it that and just asked for the 20,000?
Well, it was just confusing because
Yeah, well, I can now that you.
the
know,
commercial
I
property
can see your
enhancement
point.
grant to me was for existing businesses.
Yep.
I thought
And then
we
the
ought to-
site preparation and stuff, that was more of new construction.
I thought we ought to call it something else and take it out of the business fund.
It will come out.
Yeah, I know that, but I mean
Okay,
specifically.
you know what, I had not thought about it, but your point is taken.
Thanks.
I'm for it, but
Yeah. Your point is taken. I can see why that would be confusing. I probably shouldn't have used that terminology.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah,
so we're
thank
going to
you.
approve
Thank
it
you
with
for
the
clarification.
dropping of the,
Would you just like to call it a grant, sir?
yes,
A grant, period.
yeah.
So going forward, this will be like regular business, just
It's simply a business grant that the board is approving for a new business.
Sure,
Coming
I
out of the
understand
business
that, there's
sales
just,
tax
I don't know
fund.
if there's a precedent for that anywhere.
Well, this is really coming out of the business sales tax
Right.
fund, right? Because that's what it's for, is new
That's what it's
construction.
for.
Right,
Okay, this never should have had community enhancement, just business sales tax.
yeah, it was just confusing to me.
Will you change your second?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any more discussion on this? All those in favor? Opposed? It passes. Next one under economic development is consideration and approval for the purchase and installation of a masthead on top of the electronic sign in the amount of $8,435 from Arrow Signs of Godfrey, Illinois.
Okay, approve, excuse me. So moved, put it that way. I'll get it.
second, question, can you define masthead?
Yeah, maybe it should be masked with a T, not K.
Masked head.
For your consideration, if you look at the pictures on your thing, you know, we're buying the electronic sign. And this mast head that could go on top of the sign that says something like Village of Godfrey with our, you know, and our logo. The sign works without it. We don't have to have it. In fact, I didn't really ask for it at the last meeting because, as Trustee Wolf finally said, too much information, and she was exactly right. I didn't want to confuse the issue. But then when I went to confer with Lance on it, well, what about the masthead? I said, well, I didn't really ask for that. So it's for your consideration. It would make the sign look a little bit better, but you don't have to have it. If you
Did you send it to us? Because I don't have it here.
I just have the memo, I don't have any photos.
I
or
don't have a
anything.
picture either, Jim.
oh really? Well,
Jim, how big is that masthead? Is it like
about 18 inches high.
18 high and then the length of the actual
Yeah.
sign? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not against it, because I think it would look nice, it lets it know who this information is coming from. It's just,
I apologize. I think it was this is part right here.
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Is that LED or is that fixed?
It's probably back.
Now I know what I approved.
You know.
That's good. Okay.
So
Jim?
how is that lit up? Is it backlit, or is it LED, or?
There goes the girls.
It goes on top of
They're on hold.
it. One we're going to buy it. So it's up, you know, it'll make the sign
Is it-
look better, but if you don't want to spend the money, I could also
Jim?
make the argument that we got a $90,000 sign across the street that
Jim,
says Godfrey.
is
I
it
think it'll make it look a lot
backlit? Is
better.
it LED or what is that mask?
I don't think it's lit. It's just a mast.
Boy, for $8,435, I think it would light up.
Is the rest of the sign going to be lit?
And then, yeah, the rest
electronic
is
sign.
LED.
The rest of the sign is?
Well, let's see. What does it say? Hang on.
You would
here.
think it would be lit.
Supply and fabricate one double-faced LED. Oh,
LED,
interior
okay.
lighting
Good,
sign,
that's
fabricated
good.
display. Yeah, so it is lit up.
That makes sense.
Yep, it is lit up. And it's 18 inches. It's 18 inches by 90, I believe. So I'm indifferent. Whatever you'd like to do.
Okay, you can call for a vote.
Okay, yes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Thanks, Jim. Okay, village considerations. Consideration and approval of the October 2022 accounts payable general fund of $693,553.01, and a motor fuel tax of $202,759.74, and the street department of $72,486.40.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Consideration and approval of the payroll of August 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. And we have no executive session, so we're ready for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Somebody else.
Hello, how are you? See you again.
Make sure we Why would do all the meetings one night?
Yeah, I am.
I'm sure you would. Were you? Huh? I know.
She just wants to put whatever she wants. She wants to put whatever she wants.
Whatever. Thank you, dear. No. I haven't gotten it yet. Is it so good? I love her
It is
reports.
the very best one I've ever read.
Oh, was it in your box?
Yeah, it was in my
I'm going to go get it. She makes the greatest reports. Well, I will get it.
I wish you'd submit them electronically, though.
Oh, I bet she would, Virginia.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get those.
I don't know, I've asked her before. I'll do it. She was mailing it to my house. I'm like, oh, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't mail it to my house.
Well, that's how like the government is like all the times.
Yeah.
I just assumed
Yeah.
and it's not like that.
Right.
After I come and get the reports, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I usually go straight from this meeting to the shredded box. Yeah.
Probably got a paycheck in there too.
Yeah, you big one. Do a dance. Go celebrate. Sign this thing and I'll give it back to our clerk.
Did you guys know that?
I didn't.
Did you say please?
I had
I think
conflict.
it's Jeff.
Jeff and Ben.
Oh, Ben, that's your. I didn't see you.
Huh?
I didn't see you reimbursement.
Oh, you know what? I didn't either. Did you sign it? Oh, that's right.
You know, I don't know. I was going to call Craig. I don't know what to get. She doesn't know. And I've got two open houses with gals I used to work with before Jeremy and again. And I'm just going to take them along.
There you
I don't know
go.
what else to do.
There you go. I can't wait to read this, Karen. I'm glad you mentioned it.
It is really,
She's so cute
yeah,
about
she
it.
is. She works.
And she's devoted to it.
Yeah, yeah,
I had to call her about an issue of a pet in our neighborhood.
yeah.
She handled it beautifully.
Yeah.
It could have been something where someone was offended, and she did a wonderful job.
There's a story in there.
Is there?
Yeah, something like that. So, might be your neighbor.
Could be. You're welcome. I was headed that direction, buddy.
I'm afraid it might be overflowing.
Thank you, ma'am. We're getting better at this.
Thank you, dear.
Is that correct, sir?
Oh.
Did you like the way that was worded?
I returned one of these to you at your spot over there.
Okay, thank you. You're fine with the way it was? 'Cause I
Yeah,
changed it.
no, that's
I'm
fine.
so sorry.
No, that's right.
Okay.
That's what happened.
I apologize.
Here you go.
Don't you dare let it.
Here. He hasn't signed them.
Oh,
Oh, thank God.
What did she do wrong? What did she spell wrong or whatever? Forget the minutes. That's the way I understood it.
Yeah, I just read the minutes from.
I got you.
Take them to her.
ready, sir?
We all rise? Lieutenant, would you witness in the pledge? Thank you. Welcome all. Let me get back up here. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Yes, sir. Jeff Weber.
Here.
Sharon McAtee. Here. Ben Allen.
Here.
Virginia Wolf Wiley.
Here.
Liz Lasky.
Here.
Sarah Whitman.
Here.
All are present, sir. You have a quorum.
Thank you. All the trustees have been given copies of the minutes from our September 20th meeting. I'm looking for, there's no corrections or additions to that. They'll be put on file in the clerk's office. Hearing none, they'll be put on file in the clerk's office. We have no presentations tonight, no proclamations. Standing committee reports. Ben Allen.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Public Safety Committee will meet again November 1st, 2022 at 6 p.m. at this location, and the public is invited.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
It's kind of hard to say November, you know, I just like to read this. Finance Committee, Karen.
Okay. I move for the approval of the repairs to the 2007 Freightliner by Truck Centers, Inc. of Troy, Illinois, in the amount of $13,632.19, and to give authorization to the village treasurer to make final payment as a November 2022 prepaid.
Second.
Got a motion and a second on the floor. Any comments or questions? All those in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
I move for the approval of the repair of the 2015 International truck in the amount of $10,749.23 to Rush Truck Center of St. Peters, Missouri, and give authorization to the village treasurer to make final payment as a November 2022 prepaid.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
I move for the approval of the Glazebrook Park Expansion Project Change Order Number 8 by R.W. Boker Company of Hamel, Illinois, for a decrease of $18,884.30 for a total cost of $2,401,481.30. I move for the approval of the quote for playground equipment.
Yeah.
No, that's the next one.
Oh, that's the next one.
Yeah.
Second.
Got a motion and a second on the floor. Any comments, questions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
I move for the approval of the quote for playground equipment engineered Wood River fabric chips and installation from Game Time Company, Cunningham Recreation, Charlotte, North Carolina, in the amount of $49,929.
Second.
We got a motion and a second on the floor. Any comments or questions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
I move for the approval to direct the village attorney to vacate the right-of-way north of Paris Drive and approve the proposals from RSM of Godfrey, Illinois, and Community Title and Escrow of Alton, Illinois, to perform the work for the vacation after payment is received from the homeowner in the amount of $1,600.
Second.
Got a motion and a second on the floor. Any comments? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
I move for the approval of the proposal from Traffic Control Company of Valley Park, Missouri, to perform the striping of Ingram Lane for not to exceed the amount of $20,000.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
I move for the approval of the business grant for scooters at 5330 Godfrey Road for demolition of a house in the amount of $20,000 to be taken from business district funds.
Second.
Got a motion and a second on the floor. Any comments or questions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
I move for the approval of the purchase and installation of a mask head on top of the electronic sign in the amount of $8,435 for a total cost of $52,620 from Arrow Sign of Godfrey, Illinois, and give authorization to the village treasurer to make payment as a November 2022 prepaid.
Second.
That also will be coming out of the business district funds. Got a motion and a second on the floor. Any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
I move for the approval of the October 2022 accounts payable. General Fund 693-553.01, Motor Fuel Tax 202-759.74, and Street Department $72,486.40.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
I move for the approval of the payroll account for the period of 8/1/2022 to 9/24/2022 for the village for a total payroll of $222,284.25, mileage of $717.04, and payroll taxes of $32,485.08.
Second.
Got a motion and a second on the floor. Any comments or questions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes.
And our next meeting will be following the safety meeting on October the 4th.
Thank you, Karen. All the trustees have been given copies of the treasurer's report. There's no questions or comments on that. It'll be put on file. Public comment. Anybody signed up for public comment? Madam Clerk? Advisory Committee, Park and Rec, Chris Logan.
Mr. Mayor, Parks and Recreation Committee will next meet on October 14th, 2022, 8:30 in the morning in this room. The public is welcome, anyone can attend. We've opened our maze, we're starting soccer, and we're hoping to have the pavilion installed in the park soon. Things are going well, thank you.
Awesome.
How's the haunted maze going?
I heard a lot of screams in there.
That's good.
That's a good thing, yeah.
Planning and Zoning Commission, Laura.
We have no meeting for October.
CPEDI, Jim Beggar.
Mr. Mayor, trustees, we will cancel the October meeting and pick one up in November.
Thank you. Godfrey Sustainability Commission, Virginia.
Yes, actually, our Sustainability Commission will be meeting on Thursday, October 20th, and we have changed our regular meetings, and I'll let the clerk know, to the third Thursday instead of the third Friday of the month. So just to accommodate some of the commissioners.
Okay. Thank you, Virginia. Stormwater Committee, Richard.
Our meeting for October is canceled. Our next meeting will be November the 2nd.
As a committee, David
Yes,
Sanders.
sir. Our next meeting will be Tuesday, October 11th at 11 a.m. in the big room. Everybody's welcome to join us.
Thanks for your nice reports.
Yep.
We're welcome.
They're very good.
All the trustees have been given copies of the correspondence to the clerk's office and to the mayor's office. I'm looking for a
Will be
motion.
placed on file.
We got a second?
Second question, though, on Margaret Erthel's letter, if I'm not mistaken, Republic has a 3-month billing cycle.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so
2 months.
Well, I heard it was 3 months.
it's 3.
It looks like it on the bill, but it's not.
Really?
It's
Well-
from the end of the 1 month to the beginning of the month. It's 2 months. I called them.
Okay, well, regardless, it's still not more expensive.
No.
Yeah.
They were supposed to keep the prices the same.
Well, so anyway, she might need more information on what's going on with them.
So did in fact the prices stay the same with Republic?
Mine did.
I thought they had,
That's what I thought.
and now that casts some doubt.
Well, it just looked from her letter like she was comparing it like month to month instead of the billing cycle, so she may need more information.
Yeah, I talked to her last Thursday night, Linda. Yeah. Okay. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. We have no unfinished business. Under new business, consideration and approval of resolution establishing the dates for trick or treating under ordinance number 47-2001.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Jeff Weber?
Yes.
Karen McAtee?
Yes.
Ben Allen?
Yes.
Virginia Wolf Riley?
Yes.
Bill Lasky?
Yes.
Sarah Wood?
Yes.
All in favor, none opposed. Resolution 2022-08.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is consideration and approval of an ordinance denying a special use permit for real property located at 3322 Godfrey Road, Godfrey, Illinois.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second on the floor. Is there any comments or questions? Madam Clerk, would you call roll? Do we have to suspend the rules?
You do have to suspend.
Yeah, we should suspend.
You want to suspend the rules?
I'm sorry, yes. Move to suspend the rules.
Second.
We got a motion to suspend the rules on the floor. And a second. Any questions on suspension of the rules? Madam Clerk, call roll.
Jeff Weber?
Yes.
Karen McAtee?
Yes.
Ben Allen?
Yes.
Yes.
Whitman?
Yes.
All in motion carries. So.
Move for the approval of the ordinance denying a special use permit.
Second.
We got a motion and a second on the ordinance on the floor. Any comments or questions? Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Jeff Weber?
Yes.
Karen McAtee?
Yes.
Ben Allen?
Yes.
Virginia Wolf Riley?
Yes.
Bill Lasky?
Yes.
Sarah Wood?
Yes.
All in favor, none opposed, so motion carries. That will be ordinance number 22-2022. I'm sorry. You didn't ask to be on the agenda for speaking. I didn't receive any phone calls or anything from you. You can speak under public comment. You can speak under public comment, which is after on number 12.